In November, I greatly enjoyed bringing you the feats of exciting lightweight Midorifuji, who twisted and threw his way to 10 wins and the second division title. Personally, I found his September even more enjoyable, the swashbuckling manner of his 11 wins marking him out in thick gold felt as one to watch. January saw him become only the 5th man from his native Shizuoka to debut in Division 1 since the war, and he fought 50 practice bouts a day just to prepare. But despite all those fruitful sessions with the highly muscular Isegahama gang, he was still somewhat shaken by the presence of the men he'd now be facing in that first ring-entering ceremony. Several dozen deep breaths later, and his first match had arrived. The reassuring sight of a man he'd faced in Division 2, not enough to ease the nerves. But when the time came to deliver, little Midori confirmed why he's so highly prized. Far from ducking out of initial impact, he relishes it, knowing that even if he comes off worse, his fine footwork will likely save him. On day 2, he dove straight into 50% heavier Yutakayama. And won by the technique with which he's becoming synonymous, Katasukashi, the under-shoulder swing down. He simply slots the right under the left armpit, pressing down on the shoulder blade with the left. And no prizes for guessing who inspired him to be a small man charging hard. Day 3 provided a fascinating test against Asa Shoryu's nephew Ho Shoryu. Too smart and agile to be stunned by a shoulder throw, Hoshoryu must be beaten on the belt. Midori's left knee superbly keeping the oblique angle which limits his foe's options. Hoshoryu desperately reaches over the top, and Midori bulldozes the unprotected chest. Watching on TV was his Hiryu High School sumo coach Daisuke Kurihara, who, concerned by the bumpy ending, phoned to check on his neck. "I just grazed my forehead a wee bit," Midori replied. "I'll be alright." However, even bullishness of that kind, and after 3 straight wins, couldn't inspire victory over bogeyman Akiseyama, who on day 4, after a standstill, smothered him for the 4th time running. Then, stepping up from Division 2 on day 5, was another bogeyman, Hideno Umi. Key to that win was the Saitama Sakai grad's care to protect his left armpit and find a way under Midori's. The little man must find a route to Hideno Umi's belt in future. "Every night when I go to bed, I always fear I'll lose tomorrow," was how he described his state of mind. But time and again, his marvelously trained body proved those fears unfounded. Sadano Umi powerless to resist on day 6, and young Kotono Waka felled by a second Katasukashi of the week at the second attempt on day 7. The start of week 2 was mentally exacting, beginning with this defeat to left-hand belt specialist Shimano Umi, Continuing with this defeat to an alert and nimble Koto Eko, and ending with near suffocation in the chest of Ichino-jo. The full 2.5 minutes can be seen in the link above. 3 defeats in a row can unsettle anybody, but Midori kept faith with what he knows. On day 11, he hit 190 kilo Tokushoryu with a lightning Katasukashi in the center of the ring to flamboyantly arrest the slide. And on day 12, another 190 kilo giant sent sprawling with the same move. 4 Katasukashi in successive tournaments, surely a record. "I don't want to be seen as a one-trick pony though," said Mr. Katasukashi to reporters. "I'll work on my repertoire in training, I promise." But Katsuhiko Shimomura, the doyen of Shizuoka Sumo, could scarce hide his pride. "To win by Katasukashi so many times is nothing short of fantastic," he said. "Midorifuji proves that, regardless of size, you can be really strong if you hone your favored technique." Midori thus went into day 13 on a hat-trick. Myogiryu, the man between him and his treasured winning score. And the entire Hiryu Sumo Club, mid-practice, were watching on Coach Kurihara's mobile phone. A spectacular throw, but of a different kind. Sukuinage, the scoop. "It's just so inspiring how he beats them from the front," Hiryu team captain Suzuki told the press. And the secret to Midori's strength? "Well, tuna," said his mother Megumi, employed by a seafood processing firm. "It was always very quick and easy to serve to him when he was bulking up as a child," she recalled. "I'm still worried about his size now and fear he might get injured, so I'd like him to continue eating away and build up a body capable of enthralling us for years to come." The winning score secured, Midori threw himself into Kiribayama on day 14 in feverish pursuit of the Fighting Spirit prize. Had the referee, as should be the standard, broken them up when retying Kiribayama's loose belt, Midori might well have gone on to win. Instead, he was asked to hold an uncomfortable position under the chest for over a minute, which clearly drained him. After that defeat, the prize committee, keen to give him something even without double figures, put him down for technique, on the condition he beat Tobizaru in this final bout. And once Midori's right got sight of that pit, he was fixated on that signature move. A 5th Katasukashi in 15 days, and, according to his local press, the first Shizuokan ever to receive a special prize. What a standard he has set for all the local kids to aim at, Shimomura chimed. He's got real sumo sense, backed up by considerable effort. He's now certain to be the highest-ranked Shizuokan ever in the next tournament. To cope with the higher rankers, I want him to develop even more forward-driving power. And yes, I can see him being the first Shizuokan man to reach Sanyaku level. Hopes are thus sky high for the wrestler nicknamed the Kingfisher. And if he's brave enough to tackle Terunofuji in training every day, what is there left to faze him?